concern for me, and the reason is because this is very unsecured. And so this is actually not windows. These are just a screen net. So I'm thinking maybe some plastic board but the door doesn't have a lock. And so it doesn't fully close at all. But it does have a frame. So yeah, some plexiglass or something I could temporarily put here and here, because I need to feel safe. And a door is something, a temporary door, because this doesn't close. And so this would also play a major role in the dampness. Look, in the corner there's snow because it came in from outside. But if you had plexiglass here, then you wouldn't. I'm totally okay with the green carpet, the outdoor carpet, because I could just replace that, put that down again. But this space is totally usable. If it's totally usable. This could actually be my little sewing room for my tags once I do what I need to do to it. I will remove this little bench here and put the sewing machine maybe right here or right here, just for more space. And I could have some shelving units over here, or maybe my mannequins. And this could be my tag space, my tag room. Or actually, one sewing machine could be right here because you got the plug. And then I could actually have another sewing machine right there. So actually, and even my serger, I could do my serger too. I like that idea, but this place would, so I would have to invest in plexiglass and a door, but I'm totally okay with that if I gain more space. And I definitely gain more space. Shelving units on the top. I can actually put my serger right there and just pull it down when I need it. And yeah. But it just needs to be secured because right now it's not safe. Anybody could just walk in and just break through the door here. So I want to make this space more usable. Okay, so this room I am not proud of at all. It is a mess. It is a storage unit for junk and excessive materials. As you can see, some of my baskets are over there, as well as crinkle paper and just boxes and boxes of stuff. But it is a useful space, it's just not being utilized well. And so I am going to fix that. Okay, so this is the lumber that I am going to get. They are $24.54 each, and I'm going to buy 2 and have them cut down. And so they are 12 feet long, and so I'm going to have them cut them down into 3-foot wide shelves. So I would get 4 shelves 4 shelves per lumber panel. So I'll have 8 shelves. Okay, so here are the brackets for the shelves. I'm gonna need 2, and I have about 8 shelves, so that means I need 16 brackets. And then I'm going to need the hardware, and so the hardware is here, and each kit will be enough for 2 shelves. So I'll get a couple of these. It all adds up. So Mr. Haynesworth is going to help me clear out all of this.
You got a different bulb?
I do. That's a brand new bulb.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know why the light is not coming on. All right, so now I got to get a lamp. So we got 2 lamps in here because for some reason my light in here is not working. And so we got things breaking. And I already started pulling some stuff out. Got a whole night ahead of us. So wow, look at the progress Mr. Haynesworth has made. All right, so we still have some more work to do, but we are almost there. Nice progress, Mr. Haynesworth. Nice progress.
you like?
I do like. But I brought the vacuum cleaner down.
Cool.
So, but I like the progress so far. So, why would we ever vacuum with boxes? Why would we ever vacuum with boxes and a little piece of furniture still in here? Okay, but I'm not complaining. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you. Oh, God. So I wanted a table in this area. So after vacuuming, we have a table that I am putting in this area, and Mr. Haynesworth is putting it together for me. And so this is the area that I want to build my ensembles. I need to have an area just solely dedicated to building the ensembles, and I want to invest the least amount of money as possible. So I am reusing what I have. And this table came from a garage sale about maybe 4 years ago. I think I paid like $11 for it. And it's being reused again. And hopefully I can extend it and use this leaf. So that's the goal. Other than that, let's get this table together. Good job, Mr. Haynesworth. Good job. Coming along nicely, Mr. Haynesworth. Okay, you guys, I am here with the second reveal of this room. Mr. Haynesworth came down last night, jumped right into the project, and I left him up putting up shelves. I went to bed. And so I just want to give a big thank you for Mr. Haynesworth for coming down on your day off and helping me out with this project. Okay, so without further delay, let's go take a look. Wow! Oh my God! Oh my God! I have a room to build my baby ensembles. Oh my my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Mr. Haynesworth. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I actually have a room. You guys have no idea. This transition of making this place into a new home and a new headquarters for me, for my business, has been a major challenge. Okay, I've had a lot of disruption in my life. I've had some deceptive people in my life, and I got to tell you that having peace and clarity is super important to me, to be working and to be successfully motivated to do anything. Okay. And so I had mentioned to Mr. Haynesworth a couple of days ago that this was what I was going to be doing over the weekend. He offered to come down and help me. And then he said he could get it done on his own. And I challenged him. I thought was bet. We're going to see. And so I have a space. You don't understand, this place. You saw the video. It became a catch-all. It became a catch-all for everything extra. And I see I got my organization under there with the baskets and stuff. This place became a catch-all and not a priority to clean out at all, because there were just so many things going on. And so he did mention that I need to get some more brackets because he ran out of brackets last night. No problem. I'm going to go and take care of that. And I could put the remaining portion of the shelving units up. I'm thinking that I'm going to put some curtains in here. The budget for this room was $250. I didn't want to invest in this room at all. So far, I spent about $85 for the wood and the brackets. And so, I do have some left. I don't need much in this room because everything is old, like the tables, the furniture, the stool. These things are all old. They came from yard sales years ago. And so I got to tell you that thank you. I can't say thank you enough to Mr. Haynesworth for bringing this into my life, bringing peace into my life. And that's what you want. You want people that bring peace in your life and not disruption. And so, you know what? Without further delay, let's go shopping for the things that I need. I have to think about storage. It's just so much. I'm going to be back with the final reveal. So now I'm going to get a strip of poplar wood, and it's just basically a thin strip of wood. It usually comes in a 1 inch thick by 10 feet wide. This one happens to be a 1 by 3, so 1 inch by 3 inches wide by 8 feet long, and it's pretty cheap. It is $1.48 per strip, and so this will enable me to make quite a few strips of little shelves. The only thing I have to do now is get L brackets for it. So I make it 1 or 2, not more than 2, because again they're going to be cut down in strips of 12 inches wide, and that's going to give me enough to use for storage for my stamps. So I'm in Walmart and they have these bins for 97 cents, and they have a lot of them. So I'm thinking I should get them all. I could stack them nicely on the shelves, but only one problem. I hate bins. But it would really work out well, and economically it would be cheaper. But I just hate bins. Okay, everybody, I am ready for the final reveal. Once again, I want to thank Mr. Haynesworth for coming down last week and helping me clear out this room and getting the table and the shelves set up so I can create a space to work in. And so, without further delay, let's go inside. Okay, so when you first walk in, you are going to see this little wall, and you're going to see where I have stored some of my stamps and my lace and my trim. And I've added a lot of little shelves here. And I just super love these little shelves that I have added for the little items here. And it takes up some space, but it is a usable space.
And I have used mason jars to store my stamps as well as my lace trims. And I've gotten really creative with the labels. And then if you look at the window, I've used these tension rods for the ribbon, as well as I have a paint rack here and my tools. And I have some sprays and some glues and some dyes. And then I have my cleaning product and a bug spray just in case the bug get in here. I'm taking them down. And then this microwave cart, I have used this microwave cart to store my tissue papers and my dyes from my Sizzix. And then when you scan the room on this side, I have all of my goodies. Look at my goodies. My goodies are all organized and stored nicely. I absolutely love the way this looks. I have used those large mason jars and the small mason jars. These are actually medium-sized mason jars, more or less like small spaghetti jars, spaghetti sauce jars for the ribbons and loose lace ribbon that I have laying around. I have used decorative jars for some of the crinkle cut paper and a flower vase for the jumbo gum flowers. That's another thing. If you have flower vases, use them. Use them. And on the table, I have some empty jars because this room is basically about 90% done. It's not 100% done, but I do have some things that I still have to get done, but the majority of it is done. Here you see a baker's mat. I got this is a large baker's mat. It's a silicone baker's mat. This is absolutely perfect for when you are painting or when you are gluing. It comes up so easily without a mess. All right, and so once again, I have gotten very creative with using those mason jars to store my crinkle cut paper and my lace and my trim. And above here, I have some large empty mason jars that are waiting for the white crinkle cut paper. Now, I really need a lot of white crinkle cut paper, those of you who may ask, because when I make my ensembles, if I don't have a color to match it, I make my own. And you have to, when you are dyeing crinkle cut paper to a particular color or shade, you have to start out with white. So I have a box of white crinkle cut paper that I just need to fill those up with. And at the very top here, if you can see, I've added shelves for my baskets. And all around the room here is where the storage is for my baskets, as well as under the table. But this worked out so well because I got all different sizes up here. And as you can see, it goes all the way around the room. So I really like the fact that we have utilized this. And if you remember, ladies and gentlemen, in this area here is where the teddy bears were. I did move them. It was going to be a wasted space. Not only that, I felt like the condensation from outside would get in here and make the teddy bears damp. And I didn't want to take that chance. And so underneath the table, though, I have the majority of my containers. I super love the idea of having them stored right there. It's easy for me just to pull them out if I'm looking for a particular color. And that bench, if you remember that bench, I thought it was a little table, but it's an actual bench. I have my paints here because I do make custom colored crinkle cut paper. Here are my punches. All right, and so these are for labels and tags and that kind of thing. Oh, and I want to show you this little throw rug. This little throw rug matches so well with how I have the theme of my using the different colors of my containers. It just matches so well. And I got both of these throw rugs from Walmart. The cream one I got on clearance for $7. It had 2 stains on it, and so I just bought it. And then this throw rug, I got this one for about $11. It looks like a rag rug, but again, it matches so well with the theme in here. And I didn't put in custom curtains like I thought I was, because Walmart have these 3-piece kitchen curtain sets for $5 or $6, and it just wasn't worth me buying the material and trying to make it. So I just bought 2 packs of it and just put them in the curtain in the windows, and it works really well. It is fine. I'm totally okay with it. And so once again, I am super grateful for Mr. Haynesworth coming down here. And one of the things that I want to say is that we added this little, what it looks like is a little leaf. It looks like a little leaf, but it's just wood. And this wood was here when I moved in, but I just added some brackets underneath just to kind of make it like an L shape. And I have my sewing machine in here. Those of you who have seen some of my baby ensembles know that I make custom made baby ensembles. So having a sewing machine to sew the hems on it, it's not a lot of workmanship in there. I can actually do a tutorial on it if you all want to see it. But having a sewing machine handy here, opposed to taking it upstairs in my sewing room or downstairs in my sewing area, because I have multiple sewing areas, works for me perfectly. All right. And so that's all I have for you today. I mean, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you all watching my journey. One of the things I want to say is that if you got a room that's not perfect, you just need to start on it. Just start on it. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Don't wait months. Don't let life happen. And in the meanwhile, you're not getting it done. Get it done, because life is going to go on regardless to if you have a messy room or not. So you might as well have a clean room if you're going to be in this life, right? And so one of the things I want to point out is if somebody is offering to help you, let them help you. Don't be prideful. Don't be prideful. It's better than having people around you that will say that they support you, but they're not doing anything to show it. And so if you got somebody that's willing to jump in there and come down and help you and get things rolling, get the ball rolling, let them. Like Mr. Haynesworth didn't come down here and separate flowers and put things in jars and stuff, but he did help me get the ball rolling by clearing this room out. There'll be times that I will open the door and see all those boxes, and guess what? Close that door right back, because I was just so unmotivated. Now that I have a room, do you understand the difference in my perspective about coming in here to work at this point? I am so ready to come in here and work. I am so ready to come in here and build my baby ensemble, to sew something, to make a card, to do something in here now. All right, and so once again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be clean, organized, and functional. And that is what I have now. It gives me clarity. It gives me peace. And I just once again cannot thank Mr. Haynesworth enough. And thank you all for joining me in on this journey and transition of my life. That's all I have for you today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And once again, be creative in what you are going to use things for storage. All right, you can use these mason jars. They come in big sizes. They come in small sizes. They even come in smaller sizes than this, which I plan to get. You can be creative with the titles that you use. I mean, you can just go off on what you want to do in regards to making your room work for you. You can find me on Facebook at KandiaHaynesworth.com, as well as the web and Instagram and Pinterest. And until then, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. Join me in the group Embroidery Boss and Dollar Tree Money Makers. And until then, I'll see you next time.